This is Davis Woodruff with Management Methods in Decatur, Alabama. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, and today I want to share with you a video article, 9 Ways to Improve the Motivational Climate in Your Business. You know, in today's world, we're coming through a very difficult recession. Many businesses have lost a lot of employees, and at the same time, we have a workforce that needs to be more highly motivated. So it's a real challenge for leaders today. And in this short video presentation, I want to give you 9 steps or 9 action steps you can take that will help you improve the motivational climate in your business. Number 1, make the work interesting. You know, people sometimes come to work and they're bored because we don't use their brain power. We wind up putting them in jobs that they just have to do step after step after step, and we don't utilize the brain power. I know you can't always change the work, but you can use the brain power of the people. Involve them in defining how the work is to be done. Involve them in procedural changes. Maybe look for opportunities for improvement. So the first thing we can do is try to make the work interesting. The second thing we need to do is to clearly define expectations for each employee. You say, well, Davis, that is very, very basic. I understand that. But people come to work many times today and they're confused about what their boss expects. And most people come to work and want to satisfy their boss. Let's face it, they're not coming to work to make life miserable for you. Well, I guess there could be 1 or 2 that might do that, but for the most part they don't. So the simple thing to do is take out a sheet of paper, or do it in Word or something if you want to, but write down each job and the person doing that job, and then clearly define what you expect, what it will take for them to succeed. Then sit down and talk with them about it. It's real easy. Not much to that. The third step is to remove the hassles from the job. And you say, well, define hassles for me. Well, I guess I can throw that back to you as you're looking at this, and you define the hassles for the people who work for you. I can give you a couple of illustrations of hassles. Recently I was consulting with a large chemical refining and refining company, and some of the guys out doing the work said, Davis, they have made some of these procedures so complicated nobody can do them. There's so many steps involved that we can't get the work done. Thought about that a minute. Those employees had not been involved in writing that procedure at all. Someone sitting in an office in a remote location had written the procedure and said, hey, here's the procedure, go do it. Guess what? It was so full of hassles they couldn't follow it hardly for all the things they had to do. Well, that's an extreme example, I think. Another simple hassle that I run into many times when I'm working with a client, I may hear somebody say, you know, if they just fix the dadgum vending machines out here at night, it sure would make life easier. Hey guys, that's easy. Go fix it. Get rid of that hassle. Hassles can be eliminated. Look for them. Go on a hassle hunt, if you will. And the fourth thing we can do is relate rewards to performance. People genuinely like to be rewarded for good performance. And guess what? The workforce knows good performance when they see it. And they also know those employees in the workforce who aren't performing very well. So reward good performance, and at the same time, the downside of that is we have to take care of poor performance. We have to deal with it. The fifth thing we can do is to provide rewards and recognition. People like to know they're doing a good job. Let them know it. Recognize people for accomplishments. Recognize people when goals are met. It can be as simple as a letter home sometimes that says, hey, I appreciate what you did. Hey, by the way, the folks at home only hear the negative of the job. They very seldom hear the positive anyway, so maybe that's another good tip for you, kind of outside the scope of this video article. Then the sixth thing we can do is to treat employees as individuals. In a small company, that's fairly easy to do because we only have so many people that we're dealing with. Large companies, it's a little more challenging because, hey, we always hear we've got to keep enforcing all of our policies and procedures just alike for everybody, otherwise we'll be charged with favoritism. I believe it was Ken Blanchard who said there's nothing so unequal as the equal treatment of unequals. Think about that a minute. Nothing so unequal as the equal treatment of unequals. In other words, sometimes we have to make exceptions, but we want to treat employees as individuals. One simple thing you can do is go out every day and say hello to people. Speak to them. Ask them how they're doing. Ask about their families. Try to get to know the people, in other words. I know there are situations where you can't really do that very effectively because they work in a remote facility perhaps, but you can at least try to stay in touch with them. So the seventh thing we need to do is to encourage teamwork. You know, as Americans, we like to work as individuals. We're proud of our accomplishments. Oh, that gets us back to reward, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. But we're proud of our accomplishments, and when we accomplish something, we want people to know it. We want to tell them about it. So encourage teamwork. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I love football, but a football team may have 85 members on the team, and only 11 are on the field at any one time. A band may have 150 or maybe even 300 members, and all of them have to be on the field performing at the same level, at a high level actually, for the band to really perform at their peak. A little different. Everybody's involved. That's the kind of team we're talking about in the workplace. And a team has common goals. A team wants to win. So encourage teamwork. Set the goals out there and involve people. Encourage that teamwork. And number 8, provide accurate and timely feedback. Let people know how they're doing on the job. They want to know if they've satisfied you or not. People don't come to work every day trying to get back at the boss. I believe they come to work every day wanting to do a good job. So when they do, specifically give them positive feedback and let them know how well they're doing, accurate and timely. And then the 9th thing is that positive feedback. Give them frequent small doses of positive reinforcement. A simple thank you goes a long way to improving productivity. So quickly, let me recap these 9 steps. Number one is make the work as interesting as possible. Number 2, clearly define and communicate expectations. Number 3, get rid of the hassles. Remove the hassles from the job. Number 4, relate rewards to performance. Number 5, provide reward and recognition for the performance that you expected. Number 6, treat employees as individuals. Number 7, encourage teamwork. Number 8, provide accurate and timely feedback. And number 9, the most powerful of all, give frequent small doses of positive reinforcement. Hey, guess what? These 9 steps haven't cost you a dime in capital investment. What they've cost is some time to invest in the lives of the people who work for you. And that's important time, well invested, because it will go a long ways to improving the motivational climate in your workplace. Hey, for more information about this or other topics related to leadership and quality and environmental issues, please contact me, Davis Woodruff, at Management Methods, 256-355-3896, or visit me on the web at www.managementmethods.com or daviswoodruff.com. You'll find me in either place. When you need a consultant or a speaker who's been there, who understands the problems and who brings real-world solutions and experience, then call Davis Woodruff. When you're tired of fooling around with theory and academics, call Davis Woodruff. We're here to solve problems for you. Hope you have a wonderful, blessed day, and remember, the best is yet to come.